Welcome to the Arizona Pickleball League podcast, presented by Jigsaw Health. And now, your hosts, Danny Jensen and the Orchard Security Guy.
Oh, heads up. What's up, Arizona Pickleball family? This is Danny Jensen. I'm joined by our favorite OSG and the man of the match, Pesa Teoni. What's going on? How was the match?
Super fun.
Super fun.
Got tight.
Yeah, you guys looked good out there. Let's go back to last week as we start, because I think that if we talk about last week, you guys lost kind of a tough match, but you were very sick, weren't you?
Oh my! I was super sick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were throwing up outside. Is that true?
I did. Right after our first mix, I just literally ran outside.
Did you know about this?
I did know about it.
Okay.
Immediately got some electrolytes out there to him.
Okay, some
Getting
jigsaw,
hydrated,
some good
got
jigsaw.
Jigsaw,
Okay.
Got me good
blue
going.
raspberry, and got him through the night.
There you go. Okay.
However, he did have another kind of a malfunction tonight that we did take care of right away. It was a short malfunction.
What happened?
Well, there was a color dispute. The other team, he didn't have black shorts on. He had white shorts on.
So they were mad about that?
Yeah.
It was kind of a uniform situation, but we took care of it.
We figured it out?
We got it taken care of.
Okay. So whose fault was that? Are we going to blame Pesa?
Caden.
Yeah. Caden?
Caden.
All right, we'll blame Caden. Caden, it's your fault.
Yep.
Everything's Caden's fault. So, okay, so we come into tonight. We knew tonight was going to be, at least I figured it would be a little bit of a tighter match. Comes out, first quarter, 6-point lead, 16-10. You were playing alongside of Haley. What did you guys do that quarter that just made it so much better?
A little bit more aggressive than we usually do. Play a little bit more aggressive. Yeah,
you could see that you were playing more aggressive as you were hitting high forehands basically on this side of the court, on the left side. When, Pesa plays obviously the right side because he's left-handed. So when I knew that your game plan, and I think you drove your first, which I told you was a key to the match, but you drove your first 10 balls. Yeah. Or more.
Going way out. Most of them were all out.
But you were just driving them and putting pressure in, and then closing down the space and countering again. So definitely played a difference. And then quarter 2 and quarter 3, you guys tied quarter 2 11-11. And then quarter 3, you guys go 14-9. You guys lose. So you guys come in with a 1-point lead going into the fourth quarter. And this is the first time in about 5 weeks, right, since week 2, which you guys were also a part of, that you guys that there was a game to go on in the fourth quarter, something that we really got to sit on the edge of our seats and watch. And tell us about quarter 4. What did you guys see in Cooper and Nico, and what did you have to do to exploit it?
I mean, before we even play, I just know they're a tough team. They play a lot together, practice a lot, way more than us, for sure, together as a team. So we just got to be, we play aggressive, but we ended up slowing the game down in the very end.
Yep.
So.
And you guys pulled away in the end. I think there was at one point, I think it was 7-7. I think it was 7-7 in the fourth quarter, and then you guys went on about a 5 or 6 point run to pull away towards the end. What I noticed, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, one, I noticed Caden being a little bit pickier on his speed ups and not necessarily hitting it as hard, but just finding better spots. And then a few, what's the best way to put it? Angry putaways from Pesa.
Yeah.
You put the ball away and you gave a few screams. Is this true?
Frustration, but you gotta let it out.
You gotta let it out.
Let it go.
No, it was really good. It was definitely, you could just tell that there was passion on the floor again, right? A lot of times when there's not passion, you can tell. So I think that with passion comes emotion and comes, a little bit more vocals. It's kind of something that we see a lot.
Yeah.
As for OSG, what did you notice in the game tonight that was so awesome?
Well, I'd like to go back to that first quarter.
Yeah.
Because we did have kind of a first substitution.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
And things kind of tightened up a little bit right there.
Yeah.
What did you guys do after a couple points? Because I think it got within 1 or 2 points after the substitution.
I think it got to 3. Or no, maybe it got to 1. I forget, but it was close. And then you guys opened it back up a little bit.
Yeah, they were winning, I think, 2 or 3 in a row, and then we just I don't think we start ripping stuff more to them because they're just counter, like, aggressive.
Yeah.
They counter.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was a newer player. Did you know anything?
Yes.
So you've played with or against her?
Yeah, we played a lot in Atlanta, and a lot of practice.
Yeah, so you've seen her before.
Yes. She's good. She's super good. We just know that they're going to be super tough, and just make extra ball, I guess.
Yeah, make every ball. And then quarter 2, this is so interesting, but quarter 2 ended 11-11, and it was probably the most anticipated quarter maybe so far in all of Arizona pickleball. Because you had Caden, but coming in with Krista hadn't played yet. Mm-hmm. And then you got a brief few minutes of watching Angie play, and then you got to watch Angie play with Nico, which we hadn't seen yet. I mean, just what a storyline of events. I think Angie joined last Thursday, and I think Krista joined yesterday.
Yes.
So it wasn't like any of these teams had time to practice, gel, anything like that. They're jumping on the court, and they're just getting into the match. And Pesa, is that hard to do as a player? Is it difficult to just jump in with somebody you haven't played with before?
You got to play with your partner before you hop in.
Yeah.
But they played good together.
Yeah, they really did. I mean, everybody in that second quarter was just killing it. And then can we just give a little bit of credit to Sarah Ash?
Yes.
I mean, holy cow, that third quarter, she was rocking it. She was playing so well.
I don't think I've ever seen her miss. She was making every ball.
She made every ball. And wow, she in not only making balls, putting a lot of pressure on you guys, allowing Angie to step in when she needed to. So playing like, even though we call like the right side maybe like the weaker side, for you it's always the strong side. But she's playing that right side that has to be more consistent. And she's putting balls away, putting balls at people's feet, really making it difficult on Haley and Krista in that third quarter. And that's why it ended up at 14-9. Right. So then you probably thinking, hey, we're going to go into fourth quarter with a comfortable lead, all of a sudden had a 1-point lead. Does that change your mindset a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I just know that it's going to be tough. I mean, I know Angie and Sarah was playing lights out today, so they were just super good.
Yeah, no,
even Haley played good too, and all of them. They were just like, do you see the points? It was like so many rallies.
We kept talking about it on the thing. It's like every time that there was like a point, like another minute would go off the clock. It was just such good points.
It was a great. The women had a great match. It was really nice to see Sarah come back after, kind of struggling a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think it was maybe like 43 seconds left. They had a 2-point lead.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, okay, if they get one more, they may have been on the second serve.
Yeah.
And then came up with 3 fast ones. You ended up with a 1-point advantage going in.
No, you know what? And that's kind of changes the game a lot, right? Because if you go in with a 1-point lead versus a 2-point deficit, that's 3 points, and you guys win by 6, and changes the game towards the end. And so, Pesa, so good by you and so good by Caden. You guys kind of gelled a little bit at the end. That's something we haven't seen too much from you guys. You guys, I know, have been frustrated a little bit in a few of the past games, but you guys seem to just kill it tonight. Is that fair to say?
I mean, a little, yeah.
Yeah. You're too modest. Okay.
I mean, Cooper was on fire.
Dude, his hands today.
So good.
Oh my gosh, I know.
And I've never seen him like fired up, and I love that about him. Like I never seen that.
Yeah. So
he was on fire, and I love it.
Yeah, I think everybody played. Like I'm trying to think in my head, was there anybody that didn't maybe play as well as, I mean, everybody played great.
Oh, yeah.
Including the managers, because I thought there were some really great timeouts, substitutions, just to kind of stop it, because everyone knew how important it was, and it went all the way down to the
absolutely
minute 30 seconds left.
And you saw, I pointed out at one point, like every single person in the crowd was like so intense in the game. Like nobody was talking, like, because sometimes like you have a few conversations in the back and whatnot, and whoever's sitting around. And today, like everybody's zoned in on the court. Everybody's just like, it was just such a good feeling and fun to watch. And I noticed myself not even talking, which is saying something. And I'm watching the court right here, and I forget that I'm announcing because I'm just watching these unbelievable points. So. Well,
I don't know. I don't know if it bothered you or not. We did come up with a new stamp of approval for all our nets.
Oh, did we?
And it is on the center tape line right there. And it's just got kind of like eyes in the sky, as we call it.
Okay.
Did you notice that? Did that bother you at all? Noticing the security guy on the center tape right there? You can see the stamp on.
Oh, I see it.
It's on both sides. I didn't know if it would be a distraction tonight.
Do you see it?
Something.
The what?
It's
center approval.
It's him. There's a security guard, like on the tape, the thing in the middle.
Yeah, I see that.
That's him.
Well, I'm glad to know that didn't bother anybody, but that's just something little eyes in the sky.
That's good. Is there also a stamp on the door?
Nothing yet.
So not quite approved. It's kind of getting approval, maybe.
Not quite. We did the 73-point inspection on that, and that's why that is stamped approved. So.
Yeah. No, I mean, that looks good. I wish I would have noticed that because I would have pointed it out on the broadcast. But that is awesome. I saw one over there too.
Yeah, there's one over there as well. That's for all the drinks and everything. That's approved over there as well.
No, that's good. Wow, what a night! I think that with all the storylines coming into the night and all of the anticipation, maybe we call it, it definitely lived up to the hype. Do you agree?
Yes. Who do you guys have next?
Gladiator, I think.
Yeah.
Should be Gladiator.
Yep, the Gilbert Gladiators. Okay. So you guys at that point will be. Well, Gilbert plays next week, so right now they're at 1-1, and you guys are at 1-2. So it's possible. And Gilbert plays the Tempe Tornadoes. It's possible you guys go into that match, both at 1-2, and if you guys are both 1-2, then that puts a huge emphasis on how important that game is to win.
Yeah.
How good would it be specifically just to beat Chris Headings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
just because I like to give Chris shit. Oh, am I allowed? Sorry.
Same.
I wasn't. Oh. We can edit that out.
Too late.
Beep.
Chris is not going to want to lose to you and Caden. I know that for sure.
I know
right?
that.
Yeah, he's
Chris.
No, yeah, he's going to try to get in your guys' head. What's the key to beating the Gilbert Gladiators?
Probably just from the beginning. You gotta play, just start from the bottom, just go crazy.
Yeah.
Get as much points on the beginning, and then finish strong at the end.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you saw it today. The game ended in a 6-point game, and what was the score after quarter one? Right there it is.
Yeah.
So if you can start hot, if you can get going, it's going to make a big difference for your team. I know, but you're in, and then you have, they're playing the Tempe Tornadoes next. So it's definitely going to be like, it's kind of probably going to be a game that who's going to kind of get that bottom or that next spot, right? It's going to be probably the second or third. Tornadoes are. Oh, Kyle's saying that the Tempe Tornadoes are going to take the first seed. Is that true?
Have you guys played the Imperial? They haven't played.
They haven't played. No, I think that they are.
Fun one.
That's right after. That's in 2 weeks. May 2nd. So in May 2nd, we're gonna get Peoria and Tempe, and then. Yeah, I mean we're already like kind of coming down to the end of the league here. I mean we're in the money stretch because right now people are starting to fall into place a little bit, but. I mean, it's anybody's game at this point.
And the point differential. So now people are starting to figure out, okay, we may be 1 and whatever, 2 and 2. What's the point differential for a seeding, or maybe even to get in?
That's a great point. And what you guys had a tough one last week, but you had a very close one the first week.
They were playing.
And then you had a close one this week. So you guys are like sitting pretty good in the point differential compared to some other teams. So I would say right now, unless you guys lose by 40, maybe more, 50 points probably, which I hope you don't lose by 50 points, Pesa. I'm going to blame that one on you if you do. You guys are probably into the playoffs.
So do we have to win the next one to be in? I thought it was this one. I thought
this one mattered the most because right now, Surprise has to win the last game of the year, and they are playing against Peoria on May 16th. So if they don't win that game, it's essentially over, right? For the Surprise Stingers. Okay. So then no matter what, you'll be in the semifinal. Okay. And then it comes down to which seed you get. So like a win versus the Gilbert Gladiators is going to benefit you far more than a loss. And a huge loss could really hurt you, put you in the 4th seed, and then you guys would play the Tempe Tornadoes again, probably, if the Tempe Tornadoes. I mean, I don't want to count out the Peoria Pythons. Peoria Pythons could take that first
they're a strong
seed.
team.
Yeah. So who would you rather play between the Tempe Tornadoes and the Peoria Pythons?
To be honest, I want a rematch on any of them.
I love that. That's exactly right. So, no, I mean...
But it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, they're all going to be. Let's see. So next week we have the Tempe Tornadoes and the Gilbert Gladiators. Do you have a prediction?
I hope it's as good as this one here, and I think it probably will be. Both of those teams have made changes. I know the Gladiators have made changes.
Absolutely.
So it'll be interesting.
Absolutely. We'll get Craig Johnson and Kyle coming in, little Chris Headings and Michael. So that'll get fun.
A fun one.
Yeah, it'll be very fun.
Super fun one to watch.
And then the week after that. And you know what? I might say it's probably going to be about the same spread, I think. Mm-hmm. About a 6-7 point spread. I don't know who's going to win, but I think it's going to come down. You know what? I'll say it now and I'll say it again. If you can't let Dana unleash the tornado.
Yeah. Once you do this.
Yeah, if she starts doing that, you know that your day might be done. So
it's intimidating.
It is intimidating. And she's just like, she doesn't have a ton of emotion. So when she lets it out through the tornado, it's like
confidence.
Yeah, you're done for.
Yeah.
That's why I like playing with her. I try to push that. So, okay. With that said, Pesa, thank you. Good job tonight.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats on being the MVP. And then we are going to let OSG break us down.
Pickleballers, as you saw tonight, there's a lot of new partnerships. And I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how you might want to go about finding your partner, whether it's a guy or a girl. Obviously, you want to make sure you communicate really well, have the right chemistry. Do you want them to be maybe right-handed or left-handed? They have a good soft game and maybe a good hard game, but do they complement what you do? So those are all super important things, but I have two kind of more important that I would suggest that you look at. And one of those is a positive one, you can put a Scorpio with a Cancer. That works out really well. A Pisces, they can play with a Virgo. That's good. But remember this, a Pisces, do not put them with a Gemini. That is no good. And nor is a Aries with a Capricorn. But, however, one of the things that I would look for is blood type. Remember, you have AB plus, O, which is the most common one. But what I think is the most important, and when you find maybe someone 6 foot, Scorpio with an AB negative blood type, because that is the most rare blood type in the world, right and left-handed, nice, soft game with that big drive. That's called a unicorn. Until the next episode. Good night.